Hello, and thank you for coming to Guidepost. This is an space for us to, I would say, find ourselves, find a connection with our true self, get away from all of the daily crazy things of the day, our work, our job, our families. And thank you again for coming to Guidepost. And this is Jorge Luis Sarmiento. And in our regular program of exploring consciousness, today we have a beautiful word to explore, and the story of the word to explore is dark. And let's begin with a few phrases, few famous phrases that contain the word dark. So, creativity, like human life itself, begins in darkness, by Julia Cameron. It's a beautiful phrase to ponder how it doesn't put that evil twist in the word dark. Another famous phrase with dark: someone I loved once gave me a box full of darkness. It took me years to understand that this too was a gift, by Mary Oliver. Again, there is a hidden message in the word dark that I want to share with you. So the story of the word dark. Many years ago, when we didn't have TV sets, we didn't have computer screens in front of us, we didn't have telephone sets in front of us. Many, many years ago, when we didn't even have electricity, at night or during the day, we would walk around and explore nature or our neighborhood. And one of the things that we saw were arcs. We saw beautiful arcs, and like, for example, this image in the Arches National Park in Utah. So that is something that came natural to us, to see arcs or arches. I don't know how is the regular pronunciation, arc, arches. But there are far more beautiful arches in nature. This one is from the Rainbow Bridge in Utah also, that we can appreciate, just appreciate the beauty of it. And there is Elephant Trunk Hill in China, another natural arc. And we are used to arc, and we are drawn to them, and we do appreciate them. And we understand this is the landscape arc in Arches National Park in Utah again. This is supposed to be one of the longest arches in Earth. So this word arch is something that we are already familiar with. It's something that is natural. It's something that exists out there in nature, and we have the opportunity to appreciate. And this one is the Cabo San Lucas Arch on the sea. Beautiful scenery. So, as we explore the word arc, we see that there are also arches or arcs with trees. So there are different types of arch or arcs. But there is the main arc, the arch that we all can appreciate. We can appreciate it at night. We can appreciate it when there are no clouds in the sky. We can appreciate it when there is no electricity, no electric light. We can appreciate that main arc. And it goes with it that arcs has something to do with the archetypes of energy. Archetypes, arcs, how energies move in and out of our reality. So that is the main arc, the arc that we all can appreciate in nature, in our houses, in our places, without having to travel far away. So that was the arc. In a clear night, centuries ago, we would sit in the front of our houses, on the porch of our houses, and we would appreciate the arc. Dark. Dark. So we would appreciate all of these millions, zillions of lights up in the sky. Every single light, every single star, every single point of clarity translated to our new way of life is the infinite possibilities around us. The possibilities that we have in our lives that sometimes we do not see. We can move to a different place. We can change jobs. We can change works. We can change roles. In our family, we can change a role. I can say that I am today the father, and tomorrow I can say I am the friend of my sons. Or tomorrow I can say, hey, I am now the husband and I am going to play this role better. So the arc of possibilities, the arch of possibilities that we have in front, that we don't look at it because we are so focused, so concentrated in the day-to-day issues. Oh, we have to pay the rent, we have to pay the mortgage, we have to pay the electricity bill, we have to pay data, we have to pay this and that. And then we begin to constrain ourselves in these day-to-day responsibilities, and it grows from there. Now I have to take my baby to this park, and then I have to take my kid to this other park and to this other activity. And we begin to set more boundaries around ourselves, and we stop to see the wide arc of possibilities that we have in our lives. They are obstructed from our view. And hey, I brought a new word here, obstruct. When we place an obstacle in front of the light, that obstacle obstructs the light, and that is obscurity. So when an obstacle obstructs the light, provides obscurity, that is what we associate with something bad, something not so good. But that something bad or something not so good was caused by ourselves. By ourselves. We ourselves placed an obstacle to obstruct the light, which produces obscurity. Dark. The true history, the true meaning of the word dark is the arc of possibilities that we all have in front of us. It could be simpler. It could be like, of all these beautiful stars, this star means joy. I am enjoying this moment. This other star means grace. I am in grace in this moment. The other star means laughter. I am happy in this moment. The other star means easiness. Things flow easy to me and my family. The other little star means balance. I have balance in my life. The other star means clarity. I have clarity of what is important for me and my family in my life. So the stars also can mean how we feel in the moment. Hey, the stars are light. Let's pick that to be something clear, something simple, something beautiful, something nice, something graceful, something joyful. In this moment, I feel space, I feel appreciation. So every single star that we see at night is a possibility of our state of beingness. I can choose to be happy, graceful, joyful, and all of these beautiful words. I think that in a past program, I mentioned about positive words that begin with a letter. We are in March now, so I would suggest, hey, look for positive words with M for the month of March, and we can just explore what word comes to our mind, a positive word that comes to our mind with a word with the letter M. So those possibilities of light, those points of life, those points of light that we see in the arc of a night, of a clear night, is something for us to explore and feel. Remember, many years ago, we didn't have the distractions that we have now. We didn't have cell phones to be attached to. We didn't have computers to be attached to. We didn't have TV sets to be attached to. We didn't have tablets to be attached to. So we had this opportunity to explore nature around us and draw to us the things that were important. Nowadays, we are too distracted. You know that. We are too distracted with so much technology around us, so much news, so much comments in social media. I invite you to take a walk at night, appreciate the stars, appreciate the moon, and give to each star a meaning, a positive feeling. Whatever you choose, whatever you feel in that moment, the feeling of abundance. And that star means abundance. That other star means health. That other star means vitality. That other star there means strength. That other star there means beauty. That other star means clarity. So I invite you to clearly take a walk at night with nature and appreciate the arc. I confess I was very fortunate in the past to live in the middle of the desert. I did live in El Paso, Texas, and in the New Mexico area, and the skies are clear at night. They are just unbelievably clear. I would go out for a walk at night and I would see shooting stars every other day. Shooting stars are the most natural occurrence. It's not something strange, it's very natural. So I was impressed with the beauty of the desert, the clear nights, how beautiful and graceful a night in the desert is. And I began to explore the meaning of dark, what dark means, what was the story of dark. I remember as a kid, back in my country, when we went to our grandpa's house, there was no electricity in that village. So my grandparents would sit in the porch of the little house and just appreciate the night. We made up stories, we made up crazy, funny stories, and we played below the moonlight. But it was a simplicity that I found out many years later when I moved to the desert. So, and there is a grace, a beauty in the darkness of a night. I invite you again to explore the real meaning of the arc, dark, the arc of possibilities in front of you. It doesn't have to be only things, jobs, moving from here to there. It doesn't have to be only that. It could also be the feeling that you are at on that moment, the feeling that you choose. So please do go at night, appreciate the stars, and give meaning to every single star. Now we are going to close the program, and Leo, our cameraman, editing man, coordinator, everything, he will play a video that has some beautiful phrases attached to it. Those videos are recorded up in the desert where the Milky Way begins to cross above us. The Milky Way begins to pass right above us in a place that is clear of clouds, and there are no city lights. So I invite you to please enjoy this video and the beautiful editing that Leo has. Thank you very much for exploring with me this new world. Thank you very much for embracing new possibilities. Thank you very much for sharing with me this time, and I hope that we all learn something. Have a great evening.